You know, it's getting old. It really is. It's really starting to get old how the Snyder Bros, the Snyder cult, the anti James Gunn fans, or whatever you want to call them out there, they just constantly want to yuck on your yum, yuck on everybody's yum when it comes to being excited about the upcoming DCU. And look, I get it. I know that a lot of them are still butthurt of what happened with Zack Snyder. I know a lot of them are still butthurt because, yes, there were people out there who yucked on their yum during Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman. But here's the thing. You don't have to constantly... We haven't seen anything. You don't have to be as bad or as evil or as toxic as those people were. You all sat there and spoke about being better than them for many years, and here you are just being a complete piece of crap. Well, here, Snyder Cut fan who is a regular on the Twitters or on X, who loves to bash anything that is not Snyder related. Rachel Brosnahan, who is going to be the Lois Lane, was asked on the red carpet not just a few days ago about Superman Legacy. Let's hear what she has to say.
What are you going to do to put your original spin on this very classic character?
I've really enjoyed the collaboration with James Gunn so far.
And that's exciting to hear.
Every single person involved in
but that's
this
everybody.
production
Everybody
is
loves the
such
collaboration
a
with James
perfect
Gunn on everything.
nerd for Superman. We all grew up watching the movies. Some of us grew up reading the comics, and so I feel like it's being made with so much love. And I think this Superman will have a sense of humor. Without getting, I'm rolling through my brain all the things I'm not allowed to say. But we're excited to both put our own spin on things, but also honor this material that we all love so much.
3 adjectives to describe your Lois Lane.
Ooh, feisty. Dare I say, marvelous. And fiercely intelligent.
So, Rachel Brosnahan, who I think was the perfect choice, the absolute perfect choice to play Lois Lane, sits there and talks about just how everybody is excited and passionate about getting this film put together. And here you sit, a Snyder cultist, a Snyder bro, sitting, audiences won't have fun because they won't turn up, just like they haven't for 90% of the DC movies since Aquaman. This is completely different, and people will notice that. The general audience knows, and they will know that this is completely different than what was coming out the past 10 years, and that is going to make a huge difference in the audience turnout. That is going to be huge. James Gunn's Superman, she says it's going to have a sense of humor, and that's exciting, because that's what Superman is. Superman has always been this Boy Scout with charm, yet he's had that wittiness to him. In every iteration, whether you go back to the early comics, to Christopher Reeve, to the animated series of the 90s and the 2000s, there's that charm and wittiness to him. And even Zack Snyder brought that charm and wittiness, maybe not as much as a lot of people would have liked to have seen, but it was there in some capacity. So the fact that the Snyder Bros, which all over the internet, people were freaking out about this. Oh, how can you make Superman funny? He's not making Superman a comedian. He's going to have a sense of humor. I'm going to harken it back a little bit to, say, Star-Lord. I'm not going to say it's going to be as much Star-Lord, kind of like a Star-Lord type of character, where Star-Lord was a little more humorous. He had a lot more humor and comedic values to him. So maybe take that back about 50%, and I think that's where you're going to see your Superman at, which is good, which is fine, because you need to have that. I think the whole idea behind it is we're not going to see this super serious, super emo, as people like to call the Henry Cavill Superman during Man of Steel. We're not going to have this super serious Superman Clark Kent. And that's what I think the world wants. That's what the general audience wants. I get that the Snyder Bros, they want Henry Cavill's Zack Snyder Superman. The general audience never got attached to that. And I understand, and the Snyder Bros understand, yes, there was a story. There was a story that it was leading, it was building, it was going to do something different. We never got to it. So we're going to do something different. They're going to do something different. They're going to do what people want, what people like, how they like it, and how they've always liked it. And what's really exciting is it looks like Rachel Brosnahan has stated on the Emmys red carpet, that was the Critics' Choice Awards, and then at the Emmys, it looks like filming is going to begin in just a couple months, and really weeks, in about 6 weeks or so. It's going to be starting in March. That is so exciting to hear. This movie is moving full steam ahead. I'm excited. I hope you're all excited. But look, this movie is going to be huge. Don't listen to what a lot of people are saying. I think a lot of people are going to sit there and try and say that this movie is going to bomb because the general audience doesn't care. People don't care. No, this movie is going to be huge. Is it going to be $1 billion? No. Because like I say, the comic book movie genre is at a certain point right now. $1 billion movie in 2016 is about an $800 million movie today, just because of where everything is at in the genre. So I could see this movie making between $600 and $800 million easily, because I think that's what it's going to be able to do. I think that's what James Gunn brings to the table. You see what he did with Guardians of the Galaxy. You see what his name can bring. People like James Gunn. The actors like James Gunn. And I'm going to tell you right now, the studio is much different. It's in a much different place. The way they're going to market this film, the way they're going to promote this film is much different than they've ever marketed a comic book movie film in the past, whether it's going all the way back to 2005's Batman Begins. It's going to be much different from even back then. This movie is going to be marketed in a way that they have nothing to lose. And they're going to put so much behind it that this movie is going to make big money, and it's going to be a massive success. The only hope that we just have to hope that it's going to be a damn good movie. And I do believe that James Gunn and everybody involved will make a good movie. But let me know your thoughts on Rachel Brosnahan's comments about Superman having a sense of humor and Lois Lane being, fierce and fiercely intelligent. I think that's a great way to look at things. But let me know your thoughts. Leave your comments below. Hit that like button. Hit subscribe. And with all that said, I'll catch you all later.